Last night when I saw the weather forecast, it was for fog, mist and a lot of frost. So I just knew I had to come up early this morning and get a shot because they are just magical conditions, a perfect combination. Mist and frost, absolutely wonderful. If you catch a little peek behind me, you can see the city of Canterbury shrouded in mist with sunrise just coming up behind it. So I'm walking up to the top of St Stephen's Hill and we'll get a shot up there and hopefully it's going to be really magical. Absolutely wonderful orange sky in the background, looking absolutely fantastic, absolutely loving it out here. And the sky, I think, is going to play most of the part in this shot because just look at it. I'm just hoping when that sun rises up, it'll reflect off that mist and give a lovely warm sort of yellow orange glow, as it often does, and that will really finish this shot off nicely. Just got to wait around for sunrise now. Brilliant. Sun is just starting to appear over those clouds over there, just illuminating the very corners. I think I'm going to quickly get in a pano before we start with the proper sunrise. Just get the whole city one side to the other. Vertical shooting always just gives you a bit more cropping ability when you get back later. Take a series of shots across the scene, we'll stitch them together later. Let's get this one in quick. Wow, what a morning, eh? What a morning. Well, the sun is just starting to rise now, just got it catching the edge of the clouds just behind me over that side. Cathedral's right behind my head, so we've now composed this with the cathedral in the left-hand side of the shot. It's about on the 1/3 line. Got about a third of the image on the top being the sky, which I think is looking fantastic. I'm just waiting for that sun to really rise. And then the rest of it is just mist, really. We've got a few houses in the bottom of the shot, which have also got some nice smoke just coming up from their chimneys, where all the boilers and fires and everything are lit up this morning. Wonderful, wonderful this is, really wonderful. Perfectly still, no one around, a few birds in the background, frost everywhere. -4 degrees, but you know, just don't think about that bit. Now with scenes like this, I do think it's quite important to have some balance. And by scenes like this, I mean ones that don't have sort of a natural leading line or a path through them that draws your eye through the photo. It's just a photo. There's nothing extra going on here, nothing leading your eye, nothing sort of telling you where to look as such. So the way we've composed this with the cathedral on the left and the sunrise on the right just gives you a sort of, you've got 2 points of interest, one of being the fantastic sky and one being the cathedral. And I think that just works when you've got a shot like this. It's absolutely, I mean, you can't really go wrong, to be honest. I mean, look at it. It's just fantastic. Lovely. Oh yes, so for composition number 2, change focal length to about 200mm, which just got me the cathedral just poking through the mist and the sun just sidelighting that mist. Just coming in from the top right of the frame. It's illuminating all that mist, giving a lovely yellow colour surrounding the cathedral. Stunning, just stunning. Now, as I've been taking these, there's been loads of birds just flying around above the city. What I'm really hoping, if I stand here long enough, is that we'll get a little group of them that I can just frame in the right-hand side. They're just black specks, just silhouetted against the sunrise. But I think they would just add something to that right-hand side of the frame, which at the moment is just very yellow, just very misty. Not a lot going on. I managed to get one there, but I don't think one quite works. We just need a few more just to really balance that image with the cathedral on the left. Birds on the right, that would be fantastic. I could always add them in later, but it's always nice to get them in real life if you can, isn't it? Oh, there's a group on the top right, a bit high. Maybe. fantastic. Now the sun has risen a little bit, it's giving us some nice light and shadows on this frosty foreground here. So I've opened the camera down a little bit, putting the cathedral bang in the centre, so it gives us a nice balance of sky, foreground. The only thing I don't really like about this composition is we've got a really white house just off to the right hand side. Not a massive amount I can do about that, it really stands out in the photo unfortunately, but if I want the foreground, that house has to really be included, especially if I want the cathedral bang in the middle of the shot. I'll try placing it off to the left, pan around a little bit, see if that works a little bit better. But yeah, bit of a difficult one, bit of a shame that house is there, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, you've got to work with what you've got, haven't you? Well, the sun is now a little bit high in the sky for all of these shots. I don't think they're really working anymore. Can't really see the cathedral at this point. It's too illuminated by the mist and it's sort of disappeared from the frame. Not that I'm complaining, because this has been absolutely fantastic. I've had a wonderful morning here. The ground I've turned standing on, it's turned to ice. I'm sliding all over the place. I think it's time to move on, see if we can get some other shots while this frost is still around. See if we can maybe get some woodland or some tree shots. Now, I was thinking about going to get some breakfast after those last shots, but how could I leave with the conditions being this perfect? Just look at it, the place is stunning. Relocated to a small woodland, it's quite nearby. I've had a short walk up here and the whole place is just white. Everything's glistening in the sun. You can hear it all starting to melt and the water dripping off the trees to the frost and ice, slowly eroded by that sun. So I don't think it's going to be around for much longer, but while it is, I definitely intend to make the most of it. Well, behind me we've got this nice orange tree here. With all its autumnal leaves still on, it's being illuminated by the sun that's streaming through the trees to the right. We've still got a bit of that fog, so that's giving us some nice sun rays just coming through and just shining lovely on that tree. Using this path as a leading line, it's going to sort of head in from the bottom right of the frame, lead you up to that tree and all the stunning light that's coming into it. Okay, so I'm just focusing on our subject tree here. We're at about f9, so the rest of it will be reasonably sharp. That's good enough for me in this shot. And then we're just going to make the most of this mist. There's very little sort of frost left at this point, or at least in this image. The sun sort of burnt that all off, but the colours in it really make it, I think. So it was about 3 shots there, 35mm, f9, everything from about a 20th of a second up to 1/250th of a second, and then I think it's going to be an exposure bracket, just because the light coming in from the right is so sharp, and the light on the tree, we need to bring that up a little bit. Blend the 3 together when we get back, and I think that's going to be a lovely shot. Well, I think that's the best of the morning gone now. All the mist and frost are sort of burnt away by the sun, so we're just left in a normal woodland, albeit a very cold one. Not that I'm complaining, because it's been an absolutely wonderful morning to be out. Got some fantastic pictures, or at least I hope I have. They're good on the back of the camera. So I'd just like to thank you so much for watching. If you've liked this video, I think you have, given you made to the end, maybe give this one here a quick try, which is where I get some misty shots in the New Forest, which was another wonderful morning. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've liked it. If you have, give it a quick like. Maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I hope to see you soon.